slugheads. Now, you know, these younger guys, some of them just don't know how to deal with women, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try and give you some advice on dealing with women, you know, and I mean, we all know the basics. I'm the first one to tell you, bitch better right or wrong, but, you know, when every now and then you pick up that little 19, 20-year-old candy Bambi fluff toy, make sure that the only bike you got running is that Sportster with them buttons in the seat. You're going to get laid. It actually does work. I swear it does. Or if you've got like a 754, make that sucker vibrate. Just disconnect one spark plug, make it vibrate right through the seat. By the time you get where you're going, she's going to be all over your ass. But you know, you always have to deal with women too, you know. I mean, like you down here in South Florida, you know, and you run across one of these 40, 50-year-old women, you know, and she comes out there, something comes out the side of her mouth like, well, I was a fine motherfucker in my day. Well, now, there's two ways to handle that. I mean, if you're not trying to get laid, you just kind of look her over and give her credit if credit's due, but usually you can pretty much just rightfully say, well, this just ain't your day, is it? Or, you know, I mean, there is that other school of thought. If you are trying to get laid, you don't tell her that that day was a long time ago. Just kind of go along with that shit. Yeah, I bet you was. You know, and if you're dealing with the average female, you're always going to run into that time of the month, and usually you can tell because right before that time of the month, they go into, you know, women call it cleaning, and real men, I mean, we call it, they're hiding the shit. That's all they're doing. But and they're just putting it where we can't find it because we done got used to where it was. That's all. Right before that time of the month, what they'll do is they'll go into what they call a cleaning frenzy. Now, if you have a choice between getting caught in a school of sharks during the middle of a fierce feeding frenzy, or the tiniest of women that's done gone into a cleaning frenzy, go play with the sharks. It's safer. Okay? Just trust me on that one. And you know, I mean, a lot of you young guys don't realize it, but any man can ride the little fucking, you know, 22-year-old 70-pound spinner, weighs about 70 pounds, about 4'10". We all want that, but see, a real man know that beauty is only a light switch away. Just hit that light switch, and you see, people like me, you know, I know that, hell, I'm an ugly motherfucker too. I'll just, you know, we can race to the light switch, I don't care. Hell, just hit it on the way in, I'm good, I'll hit it.
Give them advice they can actually use.
Advice they can actually use, like if a woman asks you, does her ass look fat in that dress or that pair of pants? Look, don't answer at all. Evade the question completely. It's what these women do. They come up with these trick questions. You know, it doesn't matter how you answer, you're fucked. You know, if you say no, she's going to call you 10 count of lying motherfucker, and there's about to be an argument so deep that every relative that you've ever had throughout history that did any prison time, that shit coming out the closet, bitch going to throw that in there even though it ain't got nothing to do with it, but you going to have one hell of a row going. And if you say yes, well, hell, you ain't getting no pussy for a month or two. And you might as well just give that shit up, fucking... Only thing you gonna be dating is your hand unless you got a girlfriend on the side. But women like to do them trick questions. Don't know why. You know, and there is no such thing as a BBW. I mean, a big, beautiful woman, yeah, okay, maybe one of them healthy Amazon bitches got some shape to her, but 400 pounds, about the shape of a beach ball, no, that don't cut it with me. Of course, I know where that light switch is. And you know, I mean, there's other useful things in daily life around women. You know, they go on that emotional roller coaster about once a month, and they start talking about the relationship, and they start talking about, oh, this and that, and lack of communication, that over there. Well, you just kind of go along with, oh yeah. Life will be back to normal in a week, I promise. Get used to it. It's a fact of life. It's going to happen. And, you know, I mean, I think the best form of birth control in the world is before you decide to get your old lady knocked up, go hang around a pregnant woman for a month or two. I mean, oof. Trust me, you don't want to do that. You just don't. That's the best form of birth control in the world right there. Just go hang around a pregnant chick for a while. Them things is crazy. I mean, psycho doesn't even begin to describe it. Mood swings, you. Wait, you ain't over there sharpening no knife, are you? Remember, you know, if you're into that kinky shit like I am, make sure that she's in a good mood with you and she is happy with you if she ties you to the bed. Y'all only think I'm kidding. And you know, I mean, women, you know, they don't think it's as funny as we do, you know. I mean, I've got that one jacket that says, if you can read this, the bitch couldn't keep up, you know. I mean, women, they don't like that shit. I mean, they'll laugh about the one, if you can read this, the bitch fell off. But that first day you bring that jacket on, before she starts thinking it's funny, boy, your ass in trouble. That's all there is to it. Let's see, what other useful things can I come up with here? Oh no.
If she tells you, go ahead and do it.
Oh yeah. If you're looking at buying something, or if you're looking at going out and hanging out with your friends, if she tells you go out, go ahead and do it, don't do it. Because here's what's going to happen. That's going to be ammunition. That's going to be fodder. Every time she feels like being pissed off with you, she's going to remember that shit, and you're going to go without pussy for a week at a time. Every time she goes to remembering that shit. And she going to remind you of it out of the sky blue sometimes, just because she feels like being pissed off. So, you know, that shit's a trap. Don't fall for it. Yeah, anyway. I guess that's about all the advice I can get. I can come up with some other stuff. Shit, they kicked me off YouTube. Alright, well, I'll let y'all fuckers and fuckheads later.